I'm Daniel and this is Ashvlle Weekly, episode 113. Monday morning, and I'm at the Refurbishment Project. We're about to set the pipes up to pump the slab at the very back of the garden for the external aircon units. First steels are in, post, beam. On top of this, we're going to start to put engineering bricks and dry pack, but there's going to be a gap for another steel, which is going to come from this point to pick up this steel here, and is going to connect into the steel that's running from here to here. This is slightly lower, and it can be because of the height of the bifolds, but when we fit the other steel in, that steel will not sit on top of the steel here. It will connect into it with bolts. And this is two steels which are about 4 meters and 5 meters, and they will also connect with bolts. It'd be a lot harder to put a 9 or 10 meter steel in here. So it's a lot easier to have connections so we can get them in place and then bolt them together. Symmetry is very important here because there's going to be a television and a fireplace in the middle. But when we began to break everything away, I noticed that this steel wasn't supported very well here. So we built ourselves another post out of engineering bricks, which we've matched on the other side, and now it will be perfectly symmetrical. In here, where these old windows were, we've blocked them up on one side, but because this wall's double skin, we need to go outside and do the same thing. We have to build up and close off this area where previously we had French doors, but we have salvaged bricks which are stacked over there from other areas which we've cleaned off, but unfortunately it's not enough. So we have David going around in the local area trying to find a match. So when we build this up, it looks like it was in keeping with how the house originally was. In the basement, waterproof slurry is complete. We now play the waiting game. Luckily for us, it's raining at the moment and we will know pretty quickly if there's a problem down here. We now have part of the roof scaffold complete. You can see the cover on top here. What we're going to do in this area is start jet washing off the existing tiles and get them as nice and clean as we can. Once it's dried and the roof is complete, we're going to strip back all the battens, the breathable felt, take everything off, have a look at the structure beneath, and we're going to do the changes we need to do within the loft for the loft conversion. Once we've done that, we're going to put it all back together. We're going to use the existing tiles and then we're going to find reclaimed tiles to match. So of course it doesn't stand out like a sore thumb and it looks like it should be. That's going to be with new breathable underlay, 2x1 treated timber battens, tiles, copper nails, ridge tiles, sand and cement mix to seal all the areas, and lead. You can see that I don't do roofs every day. It's in there. In the meantime, while the jet washing and my mumbo jumbo of the roof is continuing, the work that needs to be done is over here. The roof is going to step down and then it's going to cover this area. And once that bit is done, then all the sides are going to be completely enclosed. Because what's the point in having a roof on the top? This sort of height, when it rains, the wind blows the rain in anyway. So it's not completely secure, but we do have some cover from the elements. I'm now heading back to the yard because I have a lot to do. But of course, the work will continue. Tuesday morning and I'm in luxury bathroom number 1. We're working alongside JL Stone and we are beginning to put the slabs down. These slabs were made around the templates which were taken about 2 weeks ago. The techers here is to prepare the area, the adhesive on the slab, adhesive on the floor. Once we put it in place, you kind of squash it down and then you try to level it. This is a precision job. This is not something which can be rushed. All of our work in the bathroom is done, except here we have to give another coat of waterproofing, which will be ready tomorrow. Going to tackle this area put another piece here, and then gonna put the slab on the wall here, and that will be a day's work. Then come back tomorrow morning and hit it fresh again. Here we are in luxury bathroom number 2. Now, when I spoke to the client and they said they wanted a pink tile, I'm not gonna lie, I had my reservations. But now these have come. I actually really like it. It looks like, I'm not sure what the chapel's called, but you know where those 2 fingers touch in the middle, like on the church. Let's have a walk into the bathroom and have a look at the progress. The tile you just saw is going on this wall, and going above here on the flat part. Having a look here, the wall mounted mixer and taps are already mounted. Now this entire area from this point onwards is gonna be a mirror. So this is gonna be all mirrored. This is gonna be mirrored, and it's gonna be mirrored all in the recess around the Velux windows you can see there. The sink is gonna start from this level here. You can see all the pipes have been run in. And if we move over to this wall, our shower mixer has been sunk into this. So we have 15mm copper pipe connecting to our mixer, but we have this lagging on it. So when we render this wall again, we don't get the render on the pipe. Now this house has a water tank and really good water pressure, so we thought the 15mm would be more than adequate. We haven't connected with 22. Here is our handheld shower. Here's our hot and cold coming in, and here's connection to our shower head. From our 4x2 construction, you can see the toilet cistern for the wall hung toilet, and you can see here we've made this little cool niche as well. Back in the yard, I've just seen that we have a cement delivery, and luckily for us, we have 1,000 ton of material going out today and 1,000 ton of material going out tomorrow. I told you when I was away that our new CFO, Chief Financial Officer, was taking a deep dive into our finances. She's having a look where we're making money and where we're not. So whereas some of the decisions I was previously making were based on emotion and being attached to things, Louise has come in and told us categorically, this makes money, that doesn't make money, this breaks even, and then the decision is for me to make. Why are you doing this if it only breaks even? Well, we do it because if we don't offer this service, then we'll lose people with that service. A decision I've come to about an hour ago is that the Artics are going. Now, I said this before, but a load of work came in and they were busy for a couple of weeks, and then they were bleeding us dry again, and then we're busy for a couple of weeks, and then they're bleeding us dry again. Those lorries are not making money continuously. We're a lot better at tippers, we're a lot better at grabs, we're better at concrete. So they are going. I called my friend Dermot at Euro Auctions, and he said, right, next Friday, there's an auction in Ireland. I'm coming to get them this Thursday, and they're going for sale next Friday, and they should fetch good values. I love my Artics, but I can't be doing this and just be bleeding money for no reason. The Refurbishment Project kitchen options have come forward. We've got these great boards which have been made for our meeting with the client so we can present them. But then at the same time, we have the samples. So some of the boards have the samples attached and others don't. This is a high gloss ebony Macassar. That's really nice. And here we have some great finishes. So the black from here, this is the finish of it that goes here. And we can now have the stone detailing across the front of the islands and for the actual worktop. And what's really good about these is you look at the picture and the picture doesn't do some of the finishes justice. Now, when I look at this, I think to myself, oh, that just looks like some dead laminate 1mm floor that's gonna fall apart. However, I have the sample here. And if I take this sample and put it here, you can actually see the quality of the door. And I believe all these doors are 22mm thick as well. fabulous quality, and it's also got the grooves in it and everything else, so it's got a real high-end feel, but you can't tell that from the pictures. So these have all been prepared for the meeting. I've got them dropped off here earlier because I'm not here next week, but with all of this information, we will be fully prepared. And I can also show this to David because he's about to come up here for a catch-up meeting. How much can we do in that bathroom before the other bathroom is ready for us to go back into?
By Friday should be all ready for tiling, control 4 and lights. So the lights are coming will on a 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
But Bartek is saying, you know, we need to cut lots of holes, and ask him if he needs help with that. Is there anyone capable of helping him?
Will can help him run cables.
Yeah.
Will knows you know what cables you need to run, don't you? Will's already aware. He told me what cables he needs to run. Set
up all the lights on Saturday, laser, bang, bang, chalk line, start cutting, put someone to start cutting holes. Okay, and definitely we're not touching anything more.
No.
And are you available, or are you not going to be available as much as the next week? Yeah?
I'm not going to be available as much because there's no reception where I'm going. I don't know what the situation is going to be, hence I got myself one of these.
Yeah, what is it?
Just the new, Will told me to get it in it, just so I can download a load of stuff and travel lighter. And
so it's an iPad with lots of memory.
iPad.
Yeah, thanks David.
Thank you.
It's Wednesday and I'm in the yard. This morning the news was given to the drivers in the Artics that the Artics are going. They're going to be collected on Thursday. One driver took it well, and the other driver, Ben, great driver, he was a bit sad, he was a bit disheartened. Like, he looks after that lorry like it's his own. He keeps it absolutely spotless, and he was disappointed. Obviously, it's not going to affect the boys' money when we put them into different lorries. Both of them can drive grabs, both of them can drive tippers, both of them can drive skips. But you know, when you spend that much time in a lorry and you're very proud of it, they're very disappointed. And I'm disappointed that they're disappointed. What can I do, man? If the lorries aren't making money, they gotta go. And there will be replacements coming eventually. Maybe they will be different lorries that can do different work so we can be more profitable. Because if we can't be profitable, then none of us will be here. I just had a chat with Meds about the website. Every Monday morning, I used to get an email with the analytics of the site so I could see how many people visited in the last 7 days and where exactly that traffic came from. I could work out the bounce back rate. I could see what pages people were staying on, what was of interest, what wasn't. And I've realized I haven't been getting those emails for months, but it just never crossed my mind. So I've just had that chat with him because it's crucial to have that information. I could be doing all this work on the website so no one even goes on them. So he needs to set it up on aggregates, concrete, aggregatesupplier.com, the Ashville Inc. website, and even Ashville Heights to see if anyone's having a look at my potential project in St. Lucia. 6 minutes past 10. My 10 o'clock is late, but they'll be here any second.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen, and the Aegis are backing in.
What's happening?
You love it, don't you? Me singing to you, no one else is singing, no one else likes you.
Is that how you got to start the conversation, that no one else likes me? Tell me something. Why are you sending me pictures of a skip of mine in North London and then telling me 24 hours to get off the manor?
You've got 24 hours to pick your skip up from the manor. You've come in without a valid pass. Not on.
Tell me something, Michael, yeah?
It's gone.
I've just sent you a picture on WhatsApp, yeah? That is a picture.
It's just gone bing.
Yeah, it's gone bing. That means you got a message. Now, I have just sent you a picture of an O'Donovan lorry blocking the road. Dropped a bin in the middle of the road. No one could get past. Do you care to explain this?
Right, where was this, though?
It was actually in Tottenham.
Well, that's it, because it's our manor. We can do what we want. We have carte blanche is the word you're looking for. Carte blanche, do whatever we like. When you are in the said skip game and tipper game as long as ourselves, Daniel, which you have a long way to go, so you're only a newcomer to the industry, upsetting everybody on the way through, but we'll talk about that another day. You can do what you want when you get to this stage of your career in the skip game.
Okay, at what point am I allowed to block the entire road and say,
but it's my manor?
85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 98. You've got to do 20 years in the job.
I've got 20 years in the job, right.
And then you can do what you want.
How many years in are you?
I'm at it all my life since the age of 12.
Right, so you've been at it 100 years?
Yes, almost 100 years. Give and take a week or two here and there that I was off.
All right. Anything good happening out there?
No, nothing good happens in Tottenham, apart from O'Donovan's blocked the road.
How's your grandson?
He's getting bigger every day. He can't wait.
You can't wait for what?
His new first pair of rigger boots. He said, I don't want football boots, Grandad. He said, I want rigger boots. I said, listen to Grandad, and the rigger boots are on their way.
And how old is he?
A couple of months.
Right, good. All right, well, I was just checking on how my pal was doing because I could be dead for all you know. Like, you don't call me, you don't do anything, so I just thought I'd see.
I was going to call you, but I don't know if you're jet-setting around the world, saying Monday morning I'm in Las Vegas, Tuesday morning I'm in Finland, Wednesday morning I'm in Palfinger's office saying, all right, Palfinger. And I've only got 2 Palfinger cranes, and one of them broke down.
Do you know what? That's not a bad impression of me. Well, I got to go because I got to call the office. I got to call Terry and Chimek to go and get that skip out of North London.
Right, well, tell him to get it out of there immediately, please. And tell Danny not to hang about if he has to get in a lorry himself. Get in a lorry and go, yeah?
All right, if I need to, I'll go and get it myself, mate.
You know still how to drive a lorry?
Yeah, I remember vaguely, yeah.
They're automatic for you lot now. You're all right, you lot now. There's not more than 5 gears in them now.
I'll have you know, I learnt to drive rigid and artics in a manual, yeah? But I will only buy automatics because I know what drivers will do to my gearboxes if I buy manuals. I learn on a manual.
Right. What kind of vehicle did you learn on?
I learnt on an 8-wheeler DAF with a high and low box, 4x4.
My mum can drive one of them.
All I know is I passed my test on a manual. That's all I know.
Right, okay.
I did it the proper way.
Down. You got your suit ready for Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
Oh, hold up. That don't sound too good.
Yeah, no, I might be a little bit late.
Nah, start all that late, biz. We need to get on it right away. Straight on 11 o'clock, bosh, in the bar.
Yeah, but then you'll be home by 1 o'clock in bed.
Yeah, but what difference that make? But we've been on it since 11, haven't we?
No, I mean 1 p.m., not 1 a.m.
Oh, right. Okay, thanks.
I was going to be on time, but I got to jump in a skip lorry and go North London on Friday morning to go and collect a skip that someone's telling me to move.
No, it's already been picked up. We've already picked it up and it's painted in a nice colour red. That's why I thought I'd send a picture of it. It's the last time you're going to see it.
I wouldn't mind, mate. Come and get the rest of them and the lorries while you're there. Just drop me some money on the way out.
Right, we should speak Friday. Try and dust yourself down a bit. Nice new suit on.
Yeah.
A nice John Travolta suit, yeah?
Yeah, no problem. We can get busy on the dance floor.
Don't forget your Cuban heels.
Don't forget your winkle pickers. I'll see you then.
Right, go on, luck. Good luck. See you soon. Bye.
And we now have a fuel delivery. Thursday morning, and I'm in the yard. It is the 1st of December. Thankfully, the train has come in, but unfortunately, we have a problem. The bucket is not working and we are mid-offload. We have to get this sorted out now. We're tracking the 926 down to the bottom of the yard and using a set of straps to pull out the spare bucket. We need to track our way right back up to the top and we need to put the buckets side by side. We've got to disconnect all the hydraulics on the existing bucket and then we have to take out the pin, and this is going to take some brute force. As we don't have a bracket on the second bucket, we cannot use the hydraulic hitch. We need to disconnect from the pin. Now we have to put the pin back in the other bucket and connect the hydraulics.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Hi, Daniel, you good?
Not bad, how you doing?
Me personally.
Yes, very good, thank you.
Hey, okay.
So there you can see the built-in bath in the alcove.
Yes.
So we clad that with the stone. So that's an undermounted bath. We've got our deck mounted taps there.
Yeah.
Now what I've also done, just these little details, like raising up a little plinth here and putting some LEDs in, lining that up with the shower. Now, I know a lot of the times with these wet floor showers, they do them flush to the floor, but I thought in this master bathroom, just to make it a bit special.
Mate, that looks like it's going to give me a lot of work to do, but it does look nice, yeah.
It's nice, right? So I've got the slatted wood here in the shower, but I thought, why don't we put it on the sleeves on the ceiling instead of having a white ceiling? Run it up the ceiling so it's like folding up from the wall along the ceiling. See the difference there between the built-in and the freestanding? For me, the freestanding looks a bit lost.
It does. Nice, it does look a little bit lost. Yeah.
It just doesn't look as bespoke.
The only thing that looks good about the freestanding is like that same step that carries on to the shower level, that raised level, like that looks really good. That slatted look in the shower, how will that work from does it look like that or is it actually slatted?
It's a tile.
It's a tile, good. But will that tile match the slatted work that we put on the ceiling?
Well, I was hoping you could do that on the ceiling as well, tile it.
I wouldn't want to tile the ceiling.
Is tiling on the ceiling a definite 100%? Cannot do that. Wouldn't even think about it.
Normally if I tile on the ceiling it's because I've tiled with mosaic tiles. I'm not worried about the weight like in a steam room or something, but like the size of the tile being above someone's head there, I would definitely want to do a mechanical fixing.
Yeah, so we'll have to get a sample of that tile, Alex, and see. Yeah. That's a front on elevation of the shower, so I just obviously it speaks for itself. Looks really nice.
Yeah.
So that one's grey to match up with the other side, just to give it a bit of symmetry.
Yeah.
Above the toilet, I've put in a nice little wooden cabinet with an LED recess and glass shelves, just to create a bit of a detail and a bit of contrast. So I'm happy. I think that looks nice.
And will that timber within that recess, will that match the vanity unit underneath the sink?
Yes.
Fine.
What are your thoughts on the sort of where I've put all the LED details? I know that's a little bit of work, but I do think it looks nice.
A little bit, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit of work.
Yeah. For me, it looks great. The whole thing is he wants a bigger bath as possible.
That's right.
And the problem with that freestanding bath is it's not as big internally.
No, I can't have that then.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you've got a huge surround.
It's important that I have that view as well.
We move on to the family bathroom and ensuite.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's obviously as you walk in from that bedroom, that's your first view.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a decent size, this bathroom. So we've put a double vanity in there. I've done a span of mirrors running from a storage unit above the toilet, which we're going to try and tie that into the colour of vanity again, just to give it a little bit of detail. That's a view of the freestanding bath, or then I think I've done a built-in.
Oh, wow. Go back to the freestanding.
You got that, or then you've got the built-in. I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure. I think they both look good, to be honest.
If we could show him both, that would be good.
I think they wanted an option where we fit a bath and a corner shower in. So this is looking from the window towards the bath.
If you just put a shower in this bathroom, does it change
That's it.
Okay, fine.
That's it. So you see, that's your window.
Just put a shower.
Ground floor.
I didn't think it was that big.
It is quite long.
Quite long, yeah.
Yeah, it's long, but I'm talking about wide.
The other thing I wanted to
Oh no.
add into the mix is I quite like the
I like it.
recessed LED ceiling channels and offsetting them. I think that would be interesting.
I like
rather
them.
than just doing boring spotlights. This is going to be a poker area, right? So you've got your mates around. It's dark, it's moody. I want to use a really kind of in-your-face kind of dark marble stone. I want to backlight it behind the toilet. I have got mirror both sides above kind of half height.
Shall I tell you
And
what?
the ceiling, yeah.
I like it. I don't know where they're going to put their stuff because there's no storage, but I like it.
I mean, what we could do is I could put another floating shelf.
I would say the only change I've got, take away like the front apron of it and put a cupboard underneath.
High.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, take care, everyone.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Really good Zoom meeting. Love what they've put together for the bathrooms. They followed the brief really well. A few adjustments to make, then I can present to the client. But fortunately and unfortunately, the first collection is taking place and the first Arctic trailer is leaving us for good. It's Friday, and I'm not in the yard.
He's out with me. And you wouldn't guess, a free day, that's why he's out with me.
It's a free day, I still ain't been bought a drink yet. Michael's invited me out, and it's obviously the smallest table in the gaff, but like, I'm very thankful that he invited me, because nobody else would invite me, would they, Mike?
No, not really, because no one else would ask. We hope to move into a bigger table later on, because we've found a couple of quid in the pocket, so we might move into a bigger table.
Yeah, we're going to be definitely on the table. I'm going to be putting my hand up at the charity auction, so Michael can then be paying for everything after I win it.
And it's not a problem to us.
Michael's going to be home early tonight, because now Michael is a granddad.
Yes, I have to go home and look after the grandchild.
He has to look after the grandchild and
look after everybody else.
Yes, and
including Daniel.
Yeah, including me. And unfortunately,
you ain't going to believe this one. I've only got to look after Daniel and David Hay later on, just in case someone picks on the two of them. So I've got looked after both of them.
All right, the thing is, yeah, I know David, and David's making a speech here. So I'm going to go and get him, because technically, Michael, what you said was that you were going to knock him out. Yeah.
No, I didn't say I was going to knock him out. I said I was going to look after him, just in case someone else.
Michael said that he was going to. Michael said he was going to knock him out. So I'm going to go and get David in a little while. I was in the yard this morning, and unfortunately, the other trailer is gone. And we got a large Type 1 job going on. It's very out the way, but this morning, first thing, Will went up with all the boys and everybody was up there tipping, so we're blitzing that job, getting it done early. Those big jobs are easy for me because I got more tippers than you.
No, but Will's supposed to be with me today, but Will had to go out with Daniel this morning. Sorry, Will, I know you were supposed to be with me today filming.
We are now going to have something to eat, and it's not going to turn into a long day because I'm not going to, no it ain't, because because I've got to get on a flight tomorrow. Michael is 3 Stellas deep, and after the 4th he will start complaining that he's got sciatica. That's Michael's trick, yeah? When he, that's Michael's trick when he gets steaming, he says that his sciatica kicks in.
No, we're
of course.
all right.
Now, just to show that Michael's consistent, I turned up and I thought I'd dress up for him today. I turned up and Michael asked me if there was a power cut at my house because of how I was dressed.
Looks like he's got dressed in a power cut.
Yes, and then Gary from GBN turned around and said, "Those are lovely shoes, why didn't you take them out the box?" This man has just spotted something. Hold on, have a look at this. Hold on. Look at this. The man got the Chanel tie, you know.
And Yves Saint Louis shoes.
Yves Saint Louis shoes. What are we doing there? Bespoke, yeah. What's the word?
Bespoke.
But what was it?
Bespoke. Straight me up, son. Straight me up, that's it. Straight me up, look.
The Snide Wembley market gear comes out well, doesn't it? Here we are. A couple of hours later. Michael's had one more Stella. And the night has taken a turn.
And we're having a great day.
Michael's looked after me. And what I didn't realise is that Michael's birthday was 3 days before mine.
Yeah.
Does that make us similar?
Yeah.
It does, yeah?
We were born in the same time.
We're born about the same time, which is meant to make us...
And we are Aquarians.
Yeah, we're Aquarians.
And we're going to go out and we're going to have a nice drink. And we're going to bring the fella out.
Loaded them up and tell us about it.
We had a good time at the Lighthouse, too. Guest speakers. Yeah, we got it. I'm not finished.
Why not? We're not finished. Hey!
Let's get on with it.
He's gonna regret this. Friday not over yet. It is 5:25. Got a nice day so far. Bit of a change from being in the office. It is a very busy event, but now everyone's networking, and I need to do the same. Saturday and I'm in the yard. Once again, the job we had on yesterday, delivering material, it's on, and the boys are flat out on a Saturday morning, which is fantastic because there's no traffic on the road and we can do 80% of the quantity we did yesterday, all by 2 o'clock today. Now, at the event yesterday, I was talking to a gentleman who runs a firm not far from here. He also runs Artics, and I was telling him that I'm selling ours because I just can't make it pay. And we began to get into the detail, and I actually learned something, and I think that it's my mistake when I originally ordered the lorries. Now, my trailers are steel body with steel alloy, which basically means that there's only a certain amount of weight that we can put in it because it's slightly heavier. Now, I didn't go for aluminium because whenever we move hardcore or we send that lorry to a demolition job or we load into the yard, if there's a big lump of concrete or that concrete has rebar in it, or if somebody isn't capable with the shovel or the machine, they can give it a slap and an aluminium body, it can't survive. Now, I see that stuff happening in here all the time. Also, the lorries are on sites. I don't know the operators. I don't know what's happening. So for me, for longevity and for it to last, I bought all steel because it's stronger. Now, when you look at them, they're still strong. They can last me for much longer. However, the gentleman I spoke to, his company had alloy body ones and alloy wheels, which meant that every single load he did, he had 2.5 ton more in the body than we would have. Now, we were on the same work not long ago, and we were both pulling 10 loads a day out of the job. Every load he did, he made 18 pounds more than we did on every single one. So every day, his Arctic made 180 pound more than we did, which basically pays the diesel. How much is that in a week and how much is that in a year? Now, truth be told, if I had that conversation with him before I agreed to sell them, I may have chopped in the trailers and gone and bought other trailers and kept my tractor units. But now I've agreed, and the tractor units will probably be going early next week, and I've seen that Euro Auctions have started advertising them. But it's a lesson to learn, and I do believe that that's, I won't say it's inexperience, because I have experience of my stuff getting smashed to pieces and then trying to fix it. And if you remember BMV, our tipper, that was an aluminium body. I had that lorry for about 4 years, and once a year I had to take it to a guy I know called Anton, who does the aluminium welding, and he had to spend like 4 or 5 days putting that lorry back together because people would just smash the hell out of it. But had I had different tipping trailers, we would probably be keeping our tractor units, and we'd probably still be running Arctics. But you live and you learn. But the thing is now, that same lorry what I'm selling, if I want to buy that lorry again, new, that lorry is going to cost me 30 to 40% more. But I'm only still getting the same money that that lorry was getting. And if I buy second hand, I don't know where the lorry's been. I don't know if they've looked after it like we have. Like, those lorries are spot on. Like, they're perfect. Like, I've spent every penny I've needed to, and they're on full R&M with Scania. So it's a hard lesson to learn, man, but it is all a learning curve, and I think I've dropped the ball there. Bit disappointing. I'm getting on a flight to South Africa in 11 hours. So it's disappointed about it, to be honest. So Saturday evening, back at Terminal 3. Time to check in, get into the lounge and try and crack on with some work and see what happens with this Fiore Chisora fight.
If a crew member asks you...
It's 10 o'clock. We're taking off in 25 minutes and I already feel tired. It's been a long day. You know when an email should take 5 minutes, but it takes 50 minutes. But I know that I'm not going to be able to sleep, so I might try and catch up on some movies. I've got some anxiety at the moment because I'm told that where we're going in South Africa, there's no reception and there's no Wi-Fi. Now, I have never been off the grid in my adult life. As soon as mobiles were out, I had Nokia Banana. And now I have more responsibilities than ever, so I need to be in contact with the world. Terry seems to think it's hilariously funny, but I assure you, Terry, even if I have to go and find a satellite phone, or if I have to get a pigeon to fly with a message, I will find a way to contact you and harass you, Terry. Know that. You will not escape my long arm. Hoping for a safe flight. Hopefully I can get some rest. If not, I'll try and use the time as effectively as I can. South Africa, here I come. What's happening, good? My man, is that me? Yes, that's me. How you doing, you all right? That's mad. In Johannesburg, jump off the plane, walking through, someone says, hey, Ashville. Your boy is officially in Africa. I've never been to South Africa, but I've worked a lot in Nigeria. So I've been to Nigeria about 4 or 5 times in Benin City. I was consulting and doing home automation. A good few years ago, me and Baratu spent a very long time there. But now I'm in South Africa. I'm gonna check it out, admire the scenery, and the weather's a lot warmer than it was where I took off from. Nice. Never even seen one of these before. What? Aircon, luxury.
Morning.
Morning, man.
How are you?
Not bad. What's happening?
Where are you?
I'm in South Africa.
Huh?
I'm in South Africa, Mum. I'm in Johannesburg.
Bloody hell. Oh, I've been there. It's nice and hot, isn't it?
There you go, look.
Eh?
See? Look.
Yeah, nice and hot. Nice and hot. Oh, enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy the sunshine. Listen. Are you driving or?
I'm not driving, I'm being driven.
Oh, who is Terry?
No, Mum, Terry is not here, Mum. Terry's... I think Terry went to Peppa Pig with his daughter today, Mum.
Listen, I've got some sad news.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking you all them questions.
Let me call you on a normal call then.
Okay.
It's Sunday, so there's no work going on at the moment. I can catch up with emails later. Time to go exploring in the hotel. This hotel's got a cool theme. Downstairs I saw the wing of a plane, and they had some kind of like vice grips holding the desk on. They had checker plate everywhere and loads of exposed concrete, so I'm gonna go for a little wander, see what I can find. I'm gonna enjoy this. I mean, it's not the best gym in the world, but as far as hotel gyms go, I'm not gonna complain. Depends on what time I wake up. Might try and do some cardio in the morning. I'm going to spend a few hours just soaking up some sun and just chilling, thinking, reflecting and giving thanks, because it's important to give thanks. I don't want to bore you with it. I've said it before when I've travelled, but it's still amazing for me to go to other countries and be filming for an engineering show, doing what I love. So it's not a working day, although for me every day's a working day. A couple of hours by the pool, meet the production team, hopefully have some dinner, talk about what we're going to do, go upstairs, prepare a load of emails that are going to go out first thing in the morning, send some instructions to the video team because there's a lot next week in the yard that they need to capture in my absence. And that's it for Ashvlle Weekly episode 113. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see an Ashville video you may not have seen before. Click here for last week's episode, which is number 112. Now, I was going to actually planned on swimming off like at this point for dramatic effect, but the water's freezing, man. I was going to stand here. This water's so cold.